Today's review is over the Sailor Moon times color. Really? You gotta do me like that? Hey guys! It's Anna and welcome back to my channel. If you are new, hi, my name is Anna. Before we get into the video, so none of you miss out on this, I'm giving away a Jaclyn Hill palette and I will post the giveaway down below. It ends in March sometime, so make sure you go ahead and enter, but the rules are to be subscribed to my channel as well as my Instagram, so make sure you do that if you want to enter, but you also have to enter through the link. Today we are reviewing the ColourPop times Sailor Moon, which apparently has been one of their most requested collabs, which if I had known that, I would have prepared myself for the launch. I kind of just happened to go on the site like, oh, maybe I should get the palette to review for you guys because some of you might be interested. And then I was like, I really want one of the blushes as well. And as I was like checking out, all of a sudden I was in line, and that's when I realized I was like, this is a really big deal. While I was checking out, the blush did sell out, so I wasn't able to get a blush, but I was able to get a palette, and these palettes retail for $20 each, and you get 18 shades. So this is what the outer packaging looks like. It has Sailor Moon on there, and then all the shades on the back. And here is what the palette looks like. I love the outer packaging to this. I'm not even like a huge Sailor Moon fan. I just have never really watched it before, but I still think the packaging is really neat because it's one of those pictures that it changes. So really cool. And I think the blush packaging is the same way. So I think it's awesome. When my palette came, all the shades were perfectly fine. I did lay it down to take pictures, and as soon as I lifted it up, like this is literally all I did, I swear, lifted it up and out plopped an entire shadow. I did repress it with some rubbing alcohol, and so far it seems like it's okay. But I can't really tell. But I got really lucky because it did plop onto like my vinyl background paper, and so I was able to kind of roll it up and try and get it back in there, but it could have been a lot worse. But just so you know, be very careful with these. They're very fragile, and it also makes me a little bit nervous that some of you guys might get some broken palettes, because for it to just plop out when I haven't even used it, all I literally did was lay it flat and then lift it up and a shadow popped out. That to me makes me a little bit nervous. So honestly, it makes me nervous even to show you guys, but I'm going to do it for the sake of this video. It does have a bunch of those sequiny matte type of shades. There's 2, 3, 4 are those sequiny matte type shades that have like glitters in them. I'm so scared to lift this up. Please don't plunge to your death, anyone. So some of these brighter mattes have the sequins in them, which is just a matte with a glitter. And then there is a Super Shock shadow formula, which is this one right here. And this one, I gotta say, I'm very confused by this formula. Normally when ColourPop has these kind of looking, at first I was like, maybe it's a pressed glitter. This one right here. You guys, I have, if you're new to my channel, I have like a lot of ColourPop palettes. I mean, we're talking over 20. I review a lot of ColourPop, and this is the first time I've had a shade weirdness issue going on. I'm hoping it's just my palette, because honestly, normally ColourPop's metallics are so bomb. This one is so dry. So normally they're really flaky and just soft and very pigmented and will give you a high intense shine. But this one, for some reason, like I'll show you. So when I press into it, I just don't get a lot going on, which isn't normal. I just mainly get a lot of gold glitter, which is just like really strange. Like that was a swatch, and for ColourPop that's just not normal. And I have like rubbed my finger in there a lot. Before I did this look, I actually did a whole nother look and washed it off, and now I've redone it. And I used a wet brush and couldn't get it to like stick, so I don't know what's going on with that shade. I think it would have been beautiful, but the formulation, something's just like very off with mine at least, and that is in the shade Mare Serent. Oh my gosh, the names, I'm gonna butcher them all. I'm so sorry. Prepare yourself mentally if you are a Sailor Moon fan. So this is the look that I came up with. It really reminds me of a peach snow cone type of look. Very bright, very vibrant, very summery, which is kind of funny because it's snowing outside. So if you want to see how the shadows performed and how I got this look, then just keep watching. Get like your neon-y type colors, and then like some intense shimmers, and then some very neutral. When I did both looks, the shades I felt like I was missing was some deeper tones to be able to deepen up the crease, so like maybe a deeper purple, but it still could be bright, like still have that same intense brightness, but I felt like there just wasn't anything to really deepen them up with. I bought the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I feel like they're a little bit comparable. Obviously one is way bigger and has more shades and is more expensive, right? But I feel like once you have this is just not as exciting anymore. You have that bright purple, you have coral color, you have yellow. They don't have those sequiny shades, but I don't really care about that much. I did want to do swatches, but I'm a little concerned because look at my arm. Do you break it out in a rash? Break it out in a rash. So we're just gonna go in order. Super Shock formula. This is that really dry one that what the heck? This is like this is legit the worst ColourPop shade I've ever felt in my life. I had to really dig my finger in there. Someone please tell me if your really sparkly rose gold one is super dry and you can barely get anything up, because I don't know if I got a bad one. I've never felt a ColourPop formula feel this way, so it's actually really weird to me, honestly. Like it feels almost like a dried out Super Shock shadow. Like it's really dry, and I've never had this happen. I don't really know what to say. What's great are the neon ones. They're not gritty and they build really well and are very pigmented, and all the shimmers are good. Super Shock shadows are always great. It's honestly just that one, and it stinks because it would be so beautiful if it would perform like their normal shadows, but it doesn't. At least mine doesn't. And then this one for some reason was so fragile and it broke, so I don't even really want to comment on how this one performs because honestly I have now messed with the formula by adding rubbing alcohol to it, so there we go. All of them except really this one performed pretty well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really sad to have to report when like things don't work out, but honestly I feel like I probably did get a bad batch, but I don't know. Like that shadow is just so dry. I don't understand it at all. Like it doesn't perform well. I can't get it to work with my finger. I can't get it to work with a wet brush. So if it worked for you, let me know. If it feels just like the other ones, let me know. Again, I love ColourPop and I have like 50 billion ColourPop palettes. I don't know what's wrong with that one. So if you have any ideas on how I can make it work better, that'd be amazing. Thank you guys so much for watching, and again, don't forget to enter the Jaclyn Hill palette giveaway, and you guys have a great day. Bye.